All right, so we're in the GameSpot games room with Fat Princess today, which is
it's a game, not a person.
Not a person. It's a game about it's a combination of strategy and feeding. It's about time that the game came along where it was about feeding chicks.
Yeah.
It's been missing from the games market.
I definitely. I mean, who doesn't love chicks and junk food?
And junk food and cake
together,
yeah. Finally,
and a bit of whipped cream and some cake.
And so what is this game about apart from running around with swords? It's about feeding women.
Feeding women. And
feeding princesses.
I was confused when I first heard it. I thought maybe it was like some sort of platformer game with some sort of like mascot for a certain other company.
Yeah.
But it's not.
The Fat Princess title comes about because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get your princess. Your princess is in a castle. And you have to stop the opposing team from stealing her, and you do that by feeding her cake. And you can do that by you can just go and feed her cake, make her fat, and then it takes more and more people to actually pick her up and transport her across the level. But there's so much more depth to it. There are like 5 different classes, so you can be a warrior, just run around with a sword and a shield, or you can be an archer. But the key to it really is having engineers who will kind of build you structures. They'll I think they're called workers in the game. They will build you like catapults to send you flying through over into the castle. They'll build like little ladders so you can climb the walls, things like that. So while everyone else is running around fighting, you need these other classes to help you actually get the princess.
And it seems like it really relies on teamwork and strategy, because if you just go off and everyone's doing their own thing, you're never going to win. You have to kind of work with everyone else, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so. The games, when I picked this game up, I was just running around and killing everyone.
Yeah.
And then I played it at home and I plugged in my headset and like communicating with everyone else, you can get strategies going. Obviously, it's 32 players in there. How much have you enjoyed this game and feeding princesses cake?
I've enjoyed it.
Has it satisfied your cake feeding?
It's not the 80-20 rule. 80% of my enjoyment of this game comes from watching her grow into a little fat slob. But it's unrelenting, because you have to keep feeding her, otherwise she like loses weight.
She loses weight, yeah, she does. She slims down. I mean, it's not very accurate with how much. It could send the wrong message out about how quickly you can slim down.
Yeah.
After eating a lot of cake.
But don't worry, it doesn't matter if you eat like 6 cakes, because you'll lose the weight within.
You lose the weight in minutes, according to this game.
She doesn't even have a treadmill. All she's doing is sitting on a bum in a dungeon. Lose weight.
And do you think this is morally reprehensible of Sony to put this game out here and not only show reward you for feeding a girl cake?
I think it could send out the wrong message to young people.
Yeah.
I think it should come with some sort of disclaimer saying, warning, cake will cause you to be fat and not lose weight.
And you will not lose weight this quickly.
Yes.
Unless you're you have a cake binge and then you're anorexic.
Yeah. It is realistic in that like a person of that weight would take about 10 people to carry her. So that part's realistic.
They have to literally get underneath her bottom and lift her up. I don't know if you've seen her like kind of waddling around, but it seems to be quite realistic in its weight to man ratio.
If it was going for ultra realism, it'd probably have like ambulance with like a stretcher or something kind of pull her.
Wheeling her out.
Yeah.
Oh jeez, that would have been a different game entirely. All right, so that's Fat Princess. It's available on PlayStation 3 only.
Yeah.
So
soon.
Unless you've got a PlayStation 3, you can't satisfy your feeding needs, which is a bit of a shame. But it's coming out pretty soon. I've enjoyed it.
It's pretty much the only like princess feeding sim game out there.
It is, and it's better for it, I think. It's
cornered the market.
Well, it's cornered the market straight out the bat. So great stuff. Fat Princess hitting the PlayStation 3 soon, and we certainly enjoyed the beta.
We did. Bring it on.